From Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
If you were to stand on a street corner hollering that the government is poisoning our water supply, you'd probably get little more than eye rolls and head shakes. But do the same thing in a radio booth, you might just get 1 million listeners a day. Such is the case for Alex Jones, a man who trades in such sinister conspiracy theories, you have to wonder if he really believes half of what he says. Dan Harris went to Texas to find out.
Are you for Hitler or against Hitler? Whatever they say is the opposite. They never tell the truth.
To Alex Jones, the world is a very dark place.
America has been captured. America is being robbed. We are now being looted like a third world nation. Well, I'm not going to sit down and shut up. World government means world tyranny run by a scientific dictatorship of control freaks that want to carry out forced population reduction.
Do you actually believe everything you say?
I believe all of it, absolutely. What I'm telling is the truth.
None of it is, you know, a shtick, a show at all?
No, it's all true.
Jones is arguably the nation's premier purveyor of what could be called paranoia porn.
The Obama deception. The truth strikes back.
I'm live in 30 seconds.
All right. His 6-day-a-week radio show and webcast reach an estimated 1 million people a day.
This federal intrusion is out of control.
And on YouTube and elsewhere, Jones estimates 200 million people have seen his various...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It is Friday, the 3rd day of September, 2010. And we've had Salon come out and basically attack me yesterday. The New York Times come out and report on us. And more than 100 newspapers. I didn't even have time this morning when I searched my name to look at 1/10 of the stories. And, of course, last night I got a call from some family who noticed that on ABC Nightly News, they promoted the fact that on Nightline Tonight, the #1 purveyor of paranoia porn. Of course, the New York Times and others have called Gerald Celente the purveyor of pessimism porn. They said that, 3 years ago when he said that the stock market was going to plunge and that the housing bubble would pop. And they're still calling him that when he can just look at the basic facts like any other economist or researcher who's telling the truth can do. And this hit piece is very sophisticated. And a lot of times I don't cover even national television reports about myself just because we're too busy covering all the other important news. But I'm going to cover this first today. Then we're going to get into all the news. We have several guests on as well on the Second Amendment, on the naked body scanners, you name it, coming up today. But the reason I want to lead with this report when we come back from break is that it is a bird's eye view into how they manipulate, how they brainwash, how they condition people. And there's so many different layers to this propaganda. I mean, one obvious one is they come in and say, and use a short clip out of context where I say either Hitler is good or either Hitler is bad. And the image and idea is basically this guy's Hitler. And they also talk about if you're a kook on the street corner, people laugh at you. But if you've got a radio show, people pay attention to you. So the message is this guy's a kook. But they were here for a whole day, and I gave them documentation for everything that I covered. And they basically implied that I'm exaggerating and making this stuff up. But the most dominant message was over and over again, is he serious? Does he really mean what he's saying? And the idea is that I am a charming kook who has built this media empire and that I don't really believe what I'm saying. Well, that's why we have Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. I'd say 95% of what we cover here is just open source legislation, government documents, and we're breaking it down. Of course, I believe everything I talk about here on this broadcast. So it's all about demystifying Alex Jones. It's all about basically saying that I'm exaggerating and hyping things, and that things aren't as bad as I say, and that, I'm going to cause dangerous people to do violent things. So they basically threw the kitchen sink at me, and it backfired, of course. We'll be right back. Alex.